All right. You don't need to copy down the graph here, but what we're trying to figure out is for the first part here, we're going to fill in the blanks. So I have 3 lines here. I have line A over here. I have line B is in the green one, and then line C is the blue one. Okay. Right now, I just want you to fill in the blanks here. Here's what it says. First one is line blank is parallel to line blank. Go ahead and fill that in. What you think it might be. Line blank is perpendicular to line blank. I want you to fill those in. Okay, just on the side of your paper there. And then the last statement says line blank and line blank must have the same slope. All right? So I'm going to give you a minute to look at these and take a look and figure out which ones you think they are. The essential question we're trying to answer is how do we write equations of parallel and perpendicular lines? Why you got to fight it? Don't fight it, man. All right. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what you guys thought. I have these 3 lines. I have this red line over here. That is line A. I have this green line over here. That's line B. And I have this blue line. That's line C. So the first thing I ask you to do is figure out line blank is parallel to line blank. Who's got anything they want to suggest for these 2 lines here? They'd be parallel. Yes, sir. Junior, go ahead, buddy. A and C. Is he correct? Line A is parallel to line C. Is that true? Yes. They have the same slope. They are both positive slopes. They are parallel. They're never going to touch each other. Great. Line blank is perpendicular to line blank. Marcus, what did you come up with, buddy? Line A is perpendicular to line B. Is that correct? Did anybody put anything different? Okay, line B perpendicular to line A. What about line C? You could have also done this. Line A or C is perpendicular to line B. Isn't that true? A or C perpendicular to line B. Should have been. Now, line blank and line blank must have the same slope. Which lines am I talking about? Line what? B and C? Oh, line A and line C must have the same slopes. So, let's review this a little bit more. You may have learned back in the day that when you talk about two lines that have the same slope, they're parallel. So, line A and line C are parallel. You guys agree with that? They're never going to touch. They have the exact same slope. So check it out. If I check out this point, right, and this point is definitely on the graph. You guys agree with that? So what's the slope of this line here? 2 over 3, right? Correct? So if I pick this point here and I go up 2, and I go over 3, is that point also on the curve or on the line? Yes, it is. Now, what does perpendicular mean? What does perpendicular mean? What's this word perpendicular mean? Yes, Anna. You don't know? Okay. They are going to cross each other, but they're going to cross each other in a special way. Yes, they make an X. They make a right angle right here. They make a 90-degree angle. They cross exactly at 90 degrees. And their slope, yeah, all the time. And their slopes are related, and we're going to talk about that today. Okay? So, second box here. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you an equation, and that equation is going to be this. Y equals 4x plus 1. And I'm going to give you a point. And the point that I'm going to give you is 2, 4. And what I want you to do is I want you to write another line that goes through the point 2, 4, but is parallel to y equals 4x plus 1. So here's what we're going to do first. We're going to visualize this. I want you to make a graph, a coordinate plane on your paper, please. And mine looks like this. I want you to make a coordinate plane on your graph paper with your ruler. And what we're going to do is we're going to plot the point 2, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is the point 2, 4. You guys agree with that? Right there. Make it a little bigger. All right. Now we're going to graph the line y equals 4x plus 1. How do I graph the line y equals 4x plus 1? What do I do? Yes. Go to 1, put a dot, yep. And then what? Up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over 1. Okay? So this is the line that I have, so I'm going to move this down a little bit. I thought I had done. So let's call this 2, 4. All right? And I'd like you to connect those 2 lines using your ruler right now. And we'll make this line black. Okay. So here's the line, y equals 4x plus 1. Here's the point, 2 comma 4. And we want to write the equation of a line that is parallel to this line. So if the lines are parallel, what do we know about their slopes? They have to be the same, right? So from this point, I'm going to go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. You guys agree with that part? Okay, good. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create the line that goes through this point right here. Now the rest to answer this problem, all I got to do is figure out what is the equation of this line right here. Y equals mx plus b. That's what I have to do. That's what I'm looking for. You guys understand so far? No? Okay, what part do we understand? Where we lost? We understand this is the line that I was given, the one that I'm highlighting right now, correct? And that's this line here, 4x plus 1, yeah? And then I also know that I have to make it go through this point right here, because that's when it was given to me, right? So I created this line, and it has the same slope. And the reason I know it has the same slope is because it goes up 4 and over 1. This one goes up 4 and over 1, so they must be parallel. You get that point? So the question is, what is the equation of that line? That's what we have to find out. Okay? So we're going to start by saying this. We know that y is equal to 4x plus b. How do I know there's a 4 there for the slope? Exactly, it has the same slope. Is there a point that I know is on that line? Yeah, x comma y, 2 comma 4. So let's plug it in. So 4 is equal to 4 times 2 plus b. So 4 equals 8 plus b. So that means that if I subtract 8 from both sides, looks like negative 4 equals b. So if I rewrite this into my equation, I get this. Y equals 4x minus 4. And this is the equation of the line that is parallel to, oops, sorry about that, to 4x plus 1 and passes through the point 2. You know perpendicular lines? You think you do? Okay. Well, okay. I'm gonna make up a line. Okay. I just want you to watch. Just watch with me here. I'm gonna make up a line. That line's gonna be y equals 1/2 x plus 2. Okay. And I'm gonna graph that line. Here we go. I just graphed that line. You guys cool with this part? Sure. You guys see it so far? That's a nice line. What's the slope of that line? 1/2. What's the slope of that line, Ramsey? 1/2. 1/2. Very good. Okay, good. Now watch this. I'm gonna graph another line. Y equals 1/2 x plus 5. Is this line going to be above or below the red line? Above. How do you know it's going to be above? Because the y-intercept is what? 5. Now, is this line going to be parallel to the red line? No. Yes or no? No. Why do you say no? Yes. So is it going to be parallel? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, here we go. On the line. Boom. There it is right there. You guys see that? Parallel, okay? Can someone now give me... All right. Here's what I'd like you to do. I would like somebody, anybody, give me another line that will be parallel to my red and blue line. Luis, what do you got for me? 6. That's a number. I need an equation of a line that's parallel to the red or the blue ones. What do you got for me, dude? I'm still waiting for you. Yeah. Y equals, what do you got? 1/2 x. 1/2 x, okay. Plus 4. 1/2 x plus 4, is that what you have? Yeah. You sure? Okay. If I can just get this thing to right. There we go, 1/2 x plus 4. So will this be above or below or in between? In between. Let's see here, is he right? Yes, he is. Okay, now, I'm going to move this down, all right? Give me 1 second. I'm going to move this graph down a little bit so I have some room to write. And I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to write this equation up here. Y equals negative 2x plus 2. Line on my graph. That's a black graph. Is that line perpendicular to the blue, the green, and the red? Yes, it is. It is perpendicular. And we know it's perpendicular because it intersects at 90 degrees. Even though it's kind of hard to tell, there's another reason, though, why it is perpendicular. Does anybody see anything particular about this slope, which is 1/2 x, and this slope, which is -2? Say again? It's not only the opposite, it's also something else. Opposite reciprocal. Very good, yes. It's the opposite reciprocal. So I'm going to give you, I didn't hear you, I'm so sorry. So I'm going to give you this. Y equals 3x plus 2. And we're going to graph this together. Here we go. Here's my graph. What is a line that would be perpendicular to this line? Make one up. Yes, go ahead. You're so close. It's 1/3. You got the reciprocal part, but it's opposite reciprocal. So what would it be? -1/3 x plus what? Plus 5. Now is this? That's an S. Let's go 5 here. 5. Woo. Put down there. Is he right? Did you do it right? Yes, you did it right. Okay. So what have we learned about perpendicular lines? They have opposite reciprocal slopes. Beautiful. So let's go back over here. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you some equations now. This is our third box. I'm going to give you three equations. All right? Line A, B, and C. Line A is going to look like this. 12x minus 3y equals 3. Line B is going to be this. Y equals 4x plus 2. And line C says this. 4y plus x equals 8. And the directions are this. Determine which of the following lines are parallel or perpendicular. Determine which of the following lines are parallel or perpendicular. Yeah. So right now, what do you know about the slope to line B? The slope is 4. Looks to me like you need to get -1/4. Okay. So we've done the math on all of these of A, B, and C. We found out that in equation A, for line A, the slope was 4. In equation B, the slope was also 4. And in equation C, the slope was -1/4. All right, so someone sum it up for everybody in the classroom. Which ones are parallel to each other? A and B are parallel. Which ones are perpendicular? C and A and... Oh, they're all three of them are perpendicular. So A is perpendicular to both A and B? Is that what you're saying? A and B are perpendicular to C. B, -3, 4. Recycle. Well, here's what we're going to do. I'm giving you a point, and that point is -3, 4. And I'm giving you an equation, and the equation is 1/3 x plus 2. I want you to write an equation of a line that is perpendicular to this. You got it, and goes through that point. Okay? So we'll do this one together. We'll do it together. What's the slope of the line that's perpendicular to that particular line there that's highlighted in blue? No, not 1/3. -3, good. So the slope we're going to use that's perpendicular is going to be -3 because that is the opposite reciprocal of 1/3. Yeah, you guys feel me so far? You with me? Okay, good. So let's use point slope form since we have a point and a slope. So we're going to say this. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. The point is going to be here. This is x, this is y. So I'm going to have y plus... Wait, where'd I go? Sorry. Y minus 4 equals, what's our slope? -3, good. Times x plus 3. So that gives me y minus 4 equals -3x minus 9. And I'm going to add 4 to both sides. So I get y equals -3x minus how much? Minus 5. There we go. Did you get that one? Good. So here we go. The line that we just came up with is perpendicular to the original line, and it goes through that point right there, which is -3, 4. Yeah, you guys seem so amazed by this. So amazed.